Hello everybody, it is Nicole from iiKiui, and today we have a bonus video where I'm coloring my own coloring pages. So let's not waste any time and hop right into the video. Today we are coloring one coloring page that I made, and it's available as a PDF on Etsy, which I'll link in the description, but I wanted to share what I've been working on. Before we get started, I wanted to note that I printed this on marker paper with the best quality settings, which is recommended anyways, and I let it dry for a few days just in case so that it doesn't smudge when I color it. The settings on your printer could be different, so I would probably play around with it first before putting in nicer paper, but my printer is pretty cheap, so if my printer can do it, then yours probably can too. So I've always wanted to create coloring pages, even way back in the beginning of high school. I remember my mom suggesting that I do coloring pages or a coloring book, and I was working on it, but I was still in that anime phase. I created the pages with the intention of making a physical coloring book, but I never showed them because I never got around to finishing it. But this was also before Etsy took off with its whole coloring page digital PDF files. I remember using this coloring book that I got from Daiso Japan as inspiration, and as you can imagine, it was very anime, but it was pretty inspirational in terms of what they included for coloring content, and I really liked it, so I used that as kind of a basis. I remember they had 3 girl characters that were friends, and each page would have different themes. So maybe one was like dressing up in ball gowns or eating sweets at a cafe or makeup or whatnot. So I kind of used that as inspiration to create the coloring pages back then. However, now if you take a look at some of the ones that I posted on Etsy already, you will probably recognize some of the artwork, and if you can guess which video this original drawing is from, then you get kudos from me or something. I'm updating and reusing some older art because I felt like after I created an art piece, especially for my product reviews, I wouldn't really do anything with it after showing it in an example in the video. So I felt like a lot of my art was being wasted in a way, because after I would show it in the video or post it on Instagram, it basically just went into a giant file folder thing, and I would never really see it again. And a lot of those pieces I actually really like, so it was kind of sad for me to see them just get filed away and not really be seen again. So I feel like this is kind of my way of giving them life again, if you will. And if you've also ever wanted to color any of my art or use my art as practice for maybe practicing alcohol marker blending or color pencils or whatever, then I think that you will enjoy some of the pieces that I've put out. If you would like to purchase or color one of my pieces, then the link will be in the description. I definitely plan to add many more drawings, both coloring packs and individual pieces. There will be lots of mermaids, fairies, and witches, which I realize I draw a lot of. Currently, there's only a few because I've just gotten started, and it takes up quite a bit of time to recreate them in not only my current style, but also something that's kind of coloring book, coloring page friendly. One day, I definitely want to create a physical coloring book. I think that it would be amazing, and it's definitely one goal of mine in the future, but I probably have to make more pages first before I can make a book. And I'm curious, do you guys like to color in coloring books or coloring pages? Is it for relaxation, for fun, or practice, or any other reason? Because if it is, I would love to know, so please share it in the comments down below. Sometimes I feel like I want to color something to practice or just for fun, but then since I usually don't use coloring pages, I realize that I actually have to draw something first, and sometimes I'm pretty lazy and I don't want to do that, so I just don't practice. If you have any suggestions for coloring page ideas, then please share them in the comments. I would love to hear what you all want. And I also would love to know what you guys like to color. Like, do you like coloring characters and mandalas or patterns or florals, things like that? Do you like lots of lines or less lines, or more detail or less detail? I'm really curious to see how you guys will answer, because I know there's coloring pages with lots of details like mandalas, or more simplified ones, maybe like animals or florals or something, although florals aren't really less detail, but you know what I mean. Something that has a lot less lines than a mandala. So I'm curious to see how you guys will answer, because I've created a mermaid that has the option for both scales and without scales, since I know a lot of people don't draw scales the same way I do, which are the diamond shapes. So I included 2 options in the same purchase so that you have the option to change between the 2. And I would like to know your thoughts or opinions, if I should even include the scales in the first place, or if I should just remove it completely. I would love to hear your feedback, and again, if you have any suggestions for other coloring pages, then I would love to hear it, because I definitely want to add to, I guess, my collection of coloring pages available. If you would like to purchase one of my coloring pages, the link will be in the description. Not only will I be super appreciative and really thankful, but this also helps to support this channel and helps me in creating more videos for you guys to watch. And I just want to note that, as with most coloring pages, it is for personal use only, so you can't resell it or claim as your own. However, I do encourage you to post it on social media and tag me at iiKiui on pretty much all my platforms, but I'll most likely see it on Instagram or Twitter. And if you use the hashtag iiKiuiColoring, I would love to see your renditions of my coloring pages. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and it didn't really seem like a huge advertisement. I've always wanted to create coloring pages, so it was something that I was really excited to share. When someone purchased the coloring page for the first time, I was super happy, because not only was I surprised, but it helped me confirm that my art was worth it and people were willing to purchase my artwork. And it made me realize that I really like what I'm doing, creating videos, creating drawings, artwork for other people and sharing it, and I hope to continue doing this in the future. So if you purchase one of my art pieces, or even just share it amongst your friends or anyone you think is interested, I would be super appreciative, and it helps to support me and this channel. So if you've gotten this far, then I thank you, and I truly appreciate you listening to my ramblings. I hope you enjoyed this bonus video that I was able to put out. I really wanted to share these coloring pages, even though I don't have a lot out right now, but as I said earlier, I will be adding more and more as time goes on. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep creating, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!